friends, and welcome to the 74th episode of the Intermission Show at SLO REP. It is Friday, January 29th, 2021, and we have an absolutely deep sleepwalking, vicious troll blocking, David Lynch mocking show for you today. Now, as I mentioned on last week's show, I suffered from a stupid middle-aged injury a couple of weeks ago.
Oh no! What happened?
Well, I'll tell you, Billy Breed. I was in the backyard doing some light gardening, and I lifted up a single cinder block, not even a big guy, one of these baby blocks, and felt a sharp pain shoot through my spine and shoulders. Turns out I am at the age where I need to think twice before lifting anything that weighs more than 12 ounces.
Mamma mia!
You said it, Billy Breed! After several days of near incapacitation, I'm happy to say that I am on the mend and 100% dedicated to taking better care of myself in the future. Step 1. Lose 75 pounds in the next month.
That doesn't sound healthy.
Being flat on my back for several days did have some unexpected bright sides, though. I was able to slam through the entirety of the third season of Twin Peaks in just 2 days.
That's a lot of David Lynch.
Well, you bet it is, Billy Breed, but I think that I made it through all right. In fact, here is a message for our loyal viewers.
Very funny war here. It's time for a great sponsor time.
Today's episode of the Intermission Show has been made possible by two of our most amazingly consistent and generous supporters during the COVID-19 crisis. It is, of course, Mike Mesker and Kevin Casey. Every 2 weeks since April, Mike and Kevin have been donating all the money they've saved on gas and haircuts to SLO REP. Thank you so much to Mike and Kevin for your incredible ongoing support of this organization. You have made every single person here at the Intermission Show feel groovier than this guy getting down in the Black Lodge. Now, we all need some good juju during these cold, wintry days of COVID, so we're going to check in with some of our favorite SLO REP performers for some more wishes for the new year. Today, we'll beam in Rosh Wright, Peter Hadriz, and Toby the Beard Trapper for our Artist Spotlight. And yes, sirree, Bob, it is our favorite day of the week. It is Friday, which means it's time to beam Education Director KERRY DIMAGGIO into the show to introduce some remarkable young artists and to give out next week's ACT Spotlight assignment. This week's ACT Spotlight has been made possible by everyone's favorite match set of Twinkle Toes, Alan Peach, and Sheila Guerin. Thank you so much, Alan and Sheila, for everything you've done for this theater over the years. You have made every single person here love you more than David Lynch loves people who watch movies on their iPhone.
Now, if you're playing the movie on a telephone, you will never in a trillion years experience the film. You'll think you have experienced it, but you'll be cheated. It's such a sadness that you think you've seen a film on your telephone. Get real.
And finally, we'll turn the SLO REP spotlight toward another amazing BIPOC playwright as we look at Ayad Akhtar's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, Disgraced. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so happy that you're here. All right, campers, we have a jam-packed show for you today, so let's hop right to it. It is time to receive some holiday cheer and New Year's greetings from some of our favorite SLO REP performers. Let's say hello to Rosh Wright, Peter Hadriz, and Toby Trapper. It is time for our Artist Spotlight.
Hi everybody. Well, first off, I want to wish everybody happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas, happy New Year, merry everything and a happy always. This is a difficult time, I think, for most of us. Many of us are separated from our families, and certainly we're separated from our friends quite a bit, and we are separated from the theatre, which to some of us is our family. Things that I'm looking forward to in 2021 are travel, and of course I'd love to get back and see my family and all sorts of things. But before that, we all need to make ourselves safe. And to that end, I'm actually trying to be a nurse who does testing and or gives vaccines. You might see me in CVS giving out COVID vaccines. If anybody has any questions about that, please contact me. I know people have questions about things like the vaccine, and I'm certainly no expert, but I get a lot of expert articles that come across my virtual desk, and I read them, so I have a fair amount of up-to-date information and would be happy to chat to anyone. I would be happy to chat to anyone about anything pretty well. But most of all, I just really look forward to the theatre coming back. I know it's been really hard for everybody who really depend on the theatre, and we need to all be there to support you, hopefully in 2021, to bring you back strong. All the best for 2021, everyone. I'm Rosh Wright saying bye-bye.
Well, hey everybody, it's Toby Tropper. I just want to wish you a happy new year, happy holidays, happy everything. You know, my New Year's resolution is to spend some more time in good old San Luis Obispo next year, when it is, of course, safe to do so. So until then, I can't wait to be back on the SLO REP stage, and I will see you all very, very soon. What Kevin does at the end of theater.
Thank you so much to Rosh, Peter, and Toby for checking in. We miss all of you so much and can't wait to welcome you all back to 888 Morrow Street very, very soon. All right, everybody, it is our favorite day of the week. It is!
Oh yeah, throw your neighborhood in the air. If you don't care, oh yeah, throw your neighborhood.
Which means it's time to beam KERRY DIMAGGIO into the show, Bob style, to introduce some incredible young artists and to give out next week's ACT Spotlight assignment. It is time for our ACT Spotlight!
Hello everyone, welcome back to ACT Spotlight. Thank you so much for being with us today. Last week, I asked students to put together a rehearsal schedule for an imaginary rehearsal. I gave them a set of criteria that they needed to fit into their schedule. The total amount of time they had to work with, the scenes that needed rehearsing, which actors were needed for which scenes, some costume fittings, some scheduled breaks to put in there, and of course, dreaded conflicts. Like putting together a jigsaw puzzle, the task was to take all of these pieces and put them into a schedule that's efficient and respectful of everyone's time. This was not an easy assignment, and I'm super proud of the work done on this one. Take a look.
Hey guys, it's London. This week, our task was to make up a rehearsal schedule based off of the tasks and conflicts that KERRY gave to us. Based off of these different things, this was the rehearsal schedule I came up with. I am super proud of this rehearsal schedule, and I think if it were for an actual show, it would work out pretty nicely. The thing I am most proud about in this rehearsal schedule is right here, Fitting 1 and Act 1, Scene 4. For Fitting 1, I put Lester's fitting, which is 15 minutes long. And for Act 1, Scene 4, it's a 30-minute scene where KERRY and Catherine work for the 30 minutes, but Lester only works for the last 15. So I had Lester in his fitting for the first 15 minutes while KERRY and Catherine worked on the scene, and then Lester will go from his fitting to blocking Act 1, Scene 4 for the last 15 minutes, like it states in the rehearsal schedule. And with my specified rehearsal schedule, there are 5 minutes left to spare before end of day at 8 o'clock. Thank you so much. Bye!
Thank you for participating in this challenge. All right, On to this week's assignment. This one is a little bit more in the creative realm. This week, I want you to design and execute the hair design for a character from a play, movie, or pop culture. This challenge is similar to the makeup design challenge we did a while back. Your job is to choose a character, do some research, and use the hair design worksheet I've created for you to help you think through your design. I've also included some templates for you to draw on so you can visualize your design from the front, the back, the sides, and the top. When you're finished designing, work on creating your look on yourself or a family member, and film a short video telling us all about your design choices. Make sure to submit that video to us by Thursday at 3 p.m. I've also included some links to several articles and videos about the world of professional theatrical hair and wig design. There's one article about the lack of diversity in makeup and hair design in the modern film and TV industry that's really interesting. And there's another one about theatrical wig designer Paul Huntley that shows just how much work and skill go into producing the incredible design and execution of a wig for a Broadway show. It's an absolute must-watch for everyone, not just students, so I'm going to go ahead and link it on the ACT Spotlight page so that everyone can check it out. All right, that is it from me for now. Can't wait to see your designs next week, everyone. Bye!
Thank you so much to Kerry, and remember, young artists, we will need your submissions in our digital hands no later than 3 p.m. next Thursday, February 5th. That's Thursday, February 5th at 3 p.m. sharp. We love to see your work. So get out there and start creating. All right, it is time to highlight some essential BIPOC voices in theater. Today's featured artist is Ayad Akhtar. Ayad Akhtar is an American-born playwright, novelist, and screenwriter of Pakistani heritage who received a 2013 Pulitzer Prize for drama. His writing covers various themes, including the American Muslim experience, religion and economics, immigration, and identity. In 2015, The Economist wrote that Akhtar's tales of assimilation are as essential today as the work of Saul Bellow and James Farrell were in the 20th century in capturing the drama of the immigrant. His most famous play, Disgraced, first premiered at the American Theater Company in Chicago before moving to Broadway in October of 2014. Disgraced tells the story of Amir Kapoor, a successful Pakistani-American lawyer who is rapidly moving up the corporate ladder while distancing himself from his cultural roots. When he and his wife host a dinner party, what starts out as a friendly conversation escalates into something far more damaging. Akhtar digs deep to confront uncomfortable truths about the ways we look at race, culture, class, religion, and sex in this bracingly adult, unflinching drama. He doesn't offer any solutions to the thorny issues he presents so effectively. What he does do is require us to engage them, and that's a very good and necessary thing. You can order Disgraced at the link in the description. All of us here at SLO REP encourage our audiences to get to know this important play. That'll wrap up today's episode of the Intermission Show at SLO REP. Thank you so much again to Mike Mesker and Kevin Casey for making this episode possible. You have made every single person here at the Intermission Show feel better than Agent Dale Cooper receiving this compliment.
Agent Dale Cooper, you remind me today of a small Mexican chihuahua.
Thank you so much to Alan Peach and Sheila Guerin for making our ACT Spotlight segment possible. And as always, thank you to all medical personnel, essential workers, county and city officials, and everyone who is working to end this crisis as soon as possible. We cannot thank you enough. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. Hug who you are allowed to hug, and have a wonderful weekend, please. And everyone, please, please, wear your masks.